Hello, class. My name is Jordan Grimm, and the topic of my speech is college basketball. We're told that college basketball programs are hardly able to pay for a student scholarship, but that simply is not the case. An article called "College Athletes Getting Paid" is a great article to support this claim. You all should listen because you should be informed on how much these programs are actually making and that these college basketball player programs, are making a lot more than we expect them to. I'm somebody who has played basketball and has studied these programs. I'm a Division One and Two basketball recruit, and I've been a student of college or of basketball in general since I was a child. First, I'll describe how much these programs are making. Second, I'll examine what a median is for programs. And third, I'll discuss the profits of the sport as a whole. College basketball programs are making millions. Major programs are constantly improving. These programs are constantly getting new facilities, like Baylor just the other year got a new weight room. Kentucky just this past year got a new locker room, and they're constantly adding on to these and making these facilities better for the players and so that they enjoy their time. These coaches are being paid millions. John Calipari makes around 23 million a year, and Tom Izzo makes about 17 million a year. If these programs make the tournament, they make more money. Small schools are making a lot of money through by making the tournament. I believe each round that they move forward, they get an additional like $35,000 to the program, and the coaches have incentives in their contracts to do better. Northwestern in 2013-2014 made more money than the University of Kentucky, and they didn't even make the tournament. So even if these programs don't make the tournament, they still are making millions of dollars, and the the exposure helps these programs make more money. The NCAA is one of the most profitable organizations in the world, not just in the United States, but in the world. March Madness is the highest grossing thing in March. Everybody's stopping what they're doing and tuning in to watch March Madness, the tournament, to see the Cinderellas, to see who moves on, and to see if their team can win the championship that year. Everyone is getting money in college basketball. The NCAA makes money from these schools. Yes, the NCAA gets paid after these schools, but they're still getting a ton of money. Schools have to pay to be a part of this organization. The NCAA makes about $7.8 million a year from college basketball, according to an article ironically called Most Profitable Football Teams. Major programs are making the same amount as lesser programs. The top earning program in 2013 and 14 was Louisville, and they made $24 million. Kentucky, another blue blood of the sport, and another program that's high and making a ton of money, was ranked 16th, and they still had a profit of 17.5 or 7.5 million, and a program that's not that known. Yes, the institution's known throughout the entire country and the world, but the basketball program's not known to be good. Is Northwestern? They were ranked 14th. This is according to most profitable NCAA teams. The Everybody is watching. Around 30 million people watched last year's national championship, and that was a ratings increase of 30% from 2016. So more and more people are tuning in, and that means more and more money for the programs and the NCAA. This is according to an article called TV Ratings Viewership of the NCAA. College basketball is internationally loved. Endorsements are there for every single school. Every school has a TV contract so that their students can watch or their fans can watch through a TV network. Like Michigan and Michigan State have a TV contract with Fox Sports Detroit to showcase their games, along with a contract with the Big Ten Network to showcase their games, along with a contract with CBS, ABC, and ESPN, so that they can all have the right to show their games at one point or during the season or another. Every school has ads or ad contracts. If you look around the stadium or look at the board showing the scores and whatnot, it's got ads. They're advertising something, or they'll say, for instance, Papa John's will say the official pizza of the University of Kentucky or something like that. They pay the University of Kentucky money to advertise that and use the school's name. And I got this from an article called Mason Signs a Multi-Year Deal, because I wanted to show that small schools like George Mason are signing multi-year deals to TV contracts and ad contracts. The NCAA itself is endorsed. The NCAA has a whole TV contract. They are signed with truTV, TNT, TBS, and CBS to showcase March Madness games. There's a reason why before each game they say this is the official property of the NCAA. And the NCAA as a whole has ad contracts. They are signed to whoever. You got stores like, or you got cars like Kia saying they're the official car of the NCAA, or you got restaurants like Wendy's, which is the official restaurant of the NCAA. Shoe companies from around the world are sponsoring these schools. You got Nike, which is from Portland, Oregon, sponsoring schools like North Carolina, Michigan State, Oregon, Michigan, Duke, Kentucky. You got schools like Adidas from Europe. We're sponsoring schools like Louisville and Nebraska and Miami. They pay these schools money to wear their shoes and to wear their product. Lastly, my last point is a scholarship averages for basketball around $10,400. I got this from 7 Things You Need to Know About a Sports Scholarship. There's about 15 players on a basketball team, so that over 4 years, it's not exceeding that much money. So these schools are able to pay these players. The schools are making millions. The small programs are still making a lot, even if they're not a blue blood of the sport. And college basketball as a whole makes a ton. College basketball programs are making so much more than expected. These programs are making a lot off the backs of student athletes who are majority of them are there, or a lot of them are there for only a year, or they're not there using a bunch of money or costing them a bunch of money. Again, an average sports scholarship is $10,400 a year. And these schools aren't really helping them out in any way. They say it's for an education, but these students are hardly at school, and they are guided to choose a major that's not really going to help them out in the future, but help out the basketball program, because they're going to be academically eligible. They all hide behind the fact that these programs have hardly enough and are barely making any money due to the scholarships, which that is simply not true. Thank you guys for watching my speech. Hopefully you guys can leave me some critiques so I can improve. Thank you. Have a nice night.